thanks for tuning in to another episode of Deep Prep. Tonight we are doing a special dessert episode. Right now I've got my longtime friend Charlie Pasquale. He's an ice cream guru and he's gonna teach us how to make some Mexican chocolate spiced ice cream. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna use about a quarter cup of this coffee liqueur, 2 vanilla beans, cocoa nibs, 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 3 tablespoons of Dutch processed cocoa, 3/4 cup of this 70% cacao chocolate, 1 cup of granulated sugar, ice cream salt, 6 egg yolks, cinnamon sticks.
So what are you saying? We make some ice cream tonight, huh?
I think it's a good idea.
Oh, perfect.
2 cups of heavy cream, 2 cups of whole milk, and 1 teaspoon of ancho chili powder. We've got our milk, we've got our half and half, and we've got our heavy cream. We're gonna dump it into this pot. Dumpity dumpity dump. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna slice our vanilla bean pod open just like this. You wanna scrape it off. That's where all the flavor in the vanilla bean is. Drop that into our milk. And we're gonna do 1 more of those. So now we're gonna take the emptied out pods and throw them right into the milk also. That's gonna add extra flavor. Take our 2 small cinnamon sticks, toss them into the milk. Now we're gonna head over to my crappy electric stove.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, where'd you find that at?
All right guys, so we're gonna set this on the stove. This is our milk mixture. You wanna make sure not to scorch your milk because you're gonna have a really crappy tasting ice cream if you do that. We're just gonna heat this up to about 190 degrees. All we're looking for is this to kind of come up to a barely boil. I'm gonna try that again.
Simmer if you might.
And add it to our egg mixture. So now we are going to take out the vanilla bean pods. Bloonk. Take out the cinnamon sticks. Bloonk. This has been simmering for about 30 minutes. And now what we're gonna do is add our spices and our chocolate. We're gonna start with the ½ cup of chocolate chunks that are 70% cocoa. Then we're gonna also add 1 cup of our semi-sweet chocolate chips and about 3 tablespoons of our Dutch chocolate powder. And we're gonna whisk that all in. And what we're looking for is for the chocolate to be melted and the cocoa powder to be completely incorporated into the milk mixture. We're gonna turn this down just a little bit to make sure that we do not scorch our milk. Now at this point, we're gonna add our teaspoon of ancho chili powder. That chili powder is gonna give us just a hint of spice and smoke, and it's gonna add a great depth of flavor to our ice cream. So all of our chocolate has melted into our milk mixture, and we're gonna turn it down to a very low temperature. All you want is this to stay warm. You don't want this boiling, you don't want it to scorch. Dump it in.
And what the coffee liqueur is going to do is going to lower the freezing temperature, so the ice cream stays really creamy when it comes out of the freezer.
All right, guys. So we've got our 6 egg yolks. We're going to put them into this bowl. Now these have been sitting at room temperature for about an hour, and that's exactly what we want. Then we're going to add 1 cup of sugar, and we're going to whisk it in. And what's actually happening right now is that the sugar is slightly cooking the egg. All right guys, so we've got our egg and sugar mixture. We're gonna set it on our double boiler. And we wanna keep whisking. And what we're looking for is for these eggs to thicken up. Now we're ready to start adding our milk and chocolate mixture. And Charlie's gonna start spooning it in nice and slow. That's not very slow, dude. And we keep whisking as we add in. It's really important that you keep it moving with your whisk so that you do not scramble your eggs. Because if you scramble your eggs, you're gonna have some scrambled egg ice cream, which doesn't sound good to me.
Don't continually go like this to your oven for your stove and increase the temperature and decrease the temperature. Just pick the pot up and move it to another stovetop.
Here's one thing they're not going to tell you in ice cream school is that every single ice cream you make needs a bit of salt. So we're going to take a big old pinch of salt, sprinkle it right into our ice cream mixture. So we've got our ice cream mixture and it's going to go into the freezer. The coldest freezer you have available. We're gonna pop this in there for about 10 minutes. Charlie, can you open that freezer for me?
Absolutely.
Well, thanks,
At
man.
your leisure.
Oh, I thank you, my liege.
At your leisure.
Yes'm.
Those are some, oh my God, you have corn dogs?
Don't look at that!
Sorry.
So we're gonna take our bag of ice. We're gonna toss it in the bowl. Yeah! Oh, girl. So we're gonna dump a bunch of this ice cream salt into our ice. And I'm pretty serious about saying a bunch. That's like a cup. We're gonna mix this ice up with the salt. Can you put some more in?
Yeah, let's put some more in.
That looks pretty good. And then what we're gonna do is set our bowl of custard chocolate right into that bowl. And I need to pour just a bit of water in here. And by just a bit, I mean 5 cups. And we whisk. And we're gonna continue to do this until our ice cream forms. And it's gonna go into the freezer. So let's have a taste of this beautiful Mexican ice cream. That's not bad.
That is beautiful.
I'm into it.
Well done, sir.
And we drink coffee liqueur. What? Ew. What's up, Marty McFly? Have you seen this girl?